Bedtime. Celine and the Time-Traveling Teacup. Once upon a time, in a charming village surrounded by rolling green hills and sparkling rivers, there lived a young girl named Celine. Celine was known throughout the village for her boundless curiosity and adventurous spirit. She lived with her grandmother, who filled their home with warmth, laughter, and enchanting stories about magic and wonder. One crisp autumn afternoon, Celine decided to explore the attic of their quaint cottage. The attic was a treasure trove of forgotten artifacts and dusty old boxes. As she sifted through the mementos of the past, Celine's fingers brushed against something unusual. It was an old teacup, nestled beneath a pile of yellowed newspapers. The teacup was decorated with intricate golden patterns and mysterious symbols that shimmered faintly in the dim light of the attic. Excitedly, Celine carried the teacup downstairs to show her grandmother. "Grandma, look what I found!" she exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Her grandmother's eyes widened in recognition as she took the teacup gently from Celine's hands. "Ah, the time-traveling teacup," she said, her voice filled with a mix of nostalgia and mystery. Celine's curiosity was piqued. "The time-traveling teacup? What does that mean?" Her grandmother smiled warmly. "This teacup has been in our family for generations. Legend has it that it has the magical ability to transport its owner to different times and places. But remember, it must be used with great care." Celine's heart raced with excitement. She had always dreamed of going on grand adventures, and the idea of time travel was like a dream come true. She gazed at the teacup, her mind swirling with possibilities. Later that evening, as the moon cast its silvery glow over the village, Celine couldn't contain her curiosity. She decided to test the legend of the time-traveling teacup. Carefully, she filled the teacup with water from the kitchen sink and sat by the window, holding it in her hands. With a deep breath and a hopeful heart, she whispered, "Take me on an adventure." As she finished her words, the teacup began to glow with a soft, golden light. The room around her started to blur and spin, and before she knew it, Celine found herself standing in a lush, vibrant forest unlike any she had ever seen. Tall trees with sparkling leaves towered above her, and colorful flowers danced in the gentle breeze. Celine's eyes widened with amazement. "I did it! I really did it!" she whispered, her voice filled with wonder. As she explored the magical forest, she soon encountered a friendly, talking squirrel named Nutmeg. Nutmeg had a bushy tail and bright, twinkling eyes. "Welcome, traveler," Nutmeg said with a cheerful voice. "I'm Nutmeg, the guardian of this enchanted forest. What brings you here?" Celine explained how she had discovered the time-traveling teacup and how she had wished for an adventure. Nutmeg nodded in understanding. "Well, you're in for a treat. This forest is full of wonders and secrets. But beware, there are challenges ahead." Nutmeg led Celine through the forest, showing her magical creatures and hidden wonders. They encountered a river that sang sweet melodies, a grove where trees whispered ancient secrets, and a meadow where fireflies created beautiful patterns in the night sky. After a while, Nutmeg guided Celine to a grand, ancient oak tree with a door built into its trunk. "This is the tree of time," Nutmeg explained. "It holds the power to guide travelers back to their own time. But before you leave, there's one final challenge." Celine looked at the oak tree with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. "What's the challenge?" Nutmeg pointed to a riddle inscribed on a stone beside the tree. "To return home, you must solve this riddle." It's a test of wisdom and courage. Celine approached the stone and read the riddle aloud. I'm not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I? Celine thought hard, her mind racing through possibilities. She remembered all the adventures and wonders she had seen and realized the answer. With a confident smile, she answered, "A fire." The ancient oak tree's door creaked open, and a warm golden light filled the air. Nutmeg clapped his tiny paws and cheered, "You did it! You solved the riddle!" Celine thanked Nutmeg for the incredible adventure and stepped through the door. In an instant, she was back in her grandmother's cozy kitchen, holding the time-traveling teacup. The teacup's golden glow faded, and the room was still and quiet once more. Her grandmother appeared in the doorway, a knowing smile on her face. "How was your adventure, dear?" Celine beamed with joy. "It was amazing! I visited a magical forest, met a talking squirrel, and solved a riddle. It was everything I dreamed of and more." Her grandmother hugged her tightly. "I'm glad you enjoyed it. Remember, the teacup is a special gift. Use it wisely and cherish the memories it creates." From that day on, Celine continued to explore and seek new adventures, both near and far. The time-traveling teacup remained a treasured part of her life, a reminder of the magical possibilities that awaited her, and so Celine's days were filled with wonder and excitement as she discovered the many marvels of the world, always carrying with her the spirit of adventure and the magic of the time-traveling teacup. The end.